Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, the show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 4, Episode 13. No better to be safe than sorry. Welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm your host, Michael. Watch everything from the point of view of Penny. Left me as always.
It's Sasha, and I watch everything from the point of view of Margot.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin. Watch everything from the point of view of Elliot. As
right
always.
here, right now.
Hey, it's Brian. I watch Quentin.
I'm creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
Got my eyes open on everyone.
We've got beef today.
Happy season 4 finale.
We got
beef.
I'm pretty sure, right? Definitely,
Yeah.
right?
It'd be weird if
is.
it wasn't.
It would be weird
if it wasn't.
This is definitely finale, and we definitely got another season.
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
100% have another
Do we?
season.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you saw the.
He
you
did
didn't see
not.
the final
I don't
scene.
think.
They definitely did a thing at the end, like, here's
Oh.
the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like right at the end of the
Yeah.
episode.
Definitely
What are you gonna do?
got some beef.
Should we say thank you to people who came out to watch
Listen.
No.
the live stream?
Post. This is post business.
Post
Okay.
business.
Thanks everyone who came out this past Sunday. We had some great low-key, lo-fi vibes.
I love
Gravity Falls.
watching
Was it
Gravity Falls.
7 and 8? Episode 7 and 8 of season 1 of Gravity
They're
Falls.
so good.
Yeah, it's a
And
great
that'll
show.
be up and around if you're on the Discord or over on the Patreon.
Yeah, I'll get
then
those
you'll be able
archives
to
up this
find
week.
those. You can go ahead and watch those a little bit later. Yeah, we did a lot of talking about our time through middle school and high school.
Yeah.
Every time we watch Gravity Falls, we end up talking about what it's like to be kids because it turns out that's what the show is all about. And there's not a lot of other meat on the bones other than being a kid's hard and weird, and there are lessons to be learned.
Yeah, and I liked how they went through the lessons. Anyway,
Yeah.
you'll have to listen if you want to hear that.
You think we get it for free?
We do.
We do.
No.
Some of it.
Most of it.
This show has blood and kissing and death
And hot honeys.
And swearing.
and swearing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's an F-bomb before the credits this episode.
No, the business at the top is probably going to be this is the finale. So next week we're going to be recording the season 4 wrap up.
Yes.
Previously I had mentioned if it was a series wrap up questions, shoot those in as well. If you did, they're probably going to get lost. So maybe hold on to those for another like 4 months, and then we'll be doing another one of these calls to action. I'm assuming it's done next season. There's no way this is like a 6+ season show, right?
Man.
I guess
don't
it's
know.
7 in a movie.
It could
maybe
be
it's 7 in a movie. But if you have.
I'm not convinced it's not 4.
It's okay.
It's
we'll
definitely,
get there.
it's definitely unless it was unceremoniously canceled.
Yeah.
Which, I don't
It's
think
always
so.
possible.
Yeah, I never know. But so I guess maybe I should say if you do know that it's the end of the show, but we'll
No,
probably see
it's not.
in a couple
It's
weeks.
not. I
Season
don't
4
feel
wrap-up
it.
questions to popculturerollcall@gmail.com if you are not in the Discord. If you are in the Discord, go ahead and chuck those into wrap-up
'em.
questions. They don't have to be questions. They can also be points of conversation or things you would like us to revisit.
Declarative sentences.
Declarative sentences, statements, musings.
Nice show. That's it.
Don't do that. Well, I mean, do that,
Yeah.
but maybe put that in a public channel because we can't see that. And if you want us to just say nice show, why don't you just throw that in the general chat? It'd be nice.
Go to our YouTube and just type nice show.
YouTube.com/@popculturerollcall. If you're going to say YouTube, you got to say the URL.
There you go.
It's weird that we live in a society where we have to say URLs out loud, right?
Earls.
No.
We're way past that now.
AOL keyword pop culture roll call.
we were at a dinner and someone said to be TBH like in a sentence.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Wow.
our waitress.
She did say that.
She said
She did.
TBH.
And I was like, this is the generation after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OMG, TBD.
OMG
TMI.
is like that's our generation, but TBH that was a whole new
Yeah.
a whole new level of shakeup. I was like, oh, it's spreading. It's fine.
Dynasty Falls.
It's true. Inevitably.
Honestly, good. Bad Dynasty.
Not a good one.
Yeah.
Like
Let
there's
it
some
fall.
stuff that could probably we could wrap up.
Yeah. We could just be done with a couple
You know,
things.
we came up
another-
with some good stuff. You know.
Yeah. If they want to skibbity toilet this Dynasty into
You know
the
what?
afterlife.
Maybe the Andromeda galaxy deserves a chance. Maybe we
No,
are done.
My argument has always been give dinosaurs a second chance, but just give them jackets this time.
You can't even say this because you hate birds. So like I don't
Yeah.
even know.
No, I said dinosaurs. This is
Yeah.
my flat Earth. This is my flat Earth.
I did.
Dinosaurs are lizards. I can't let it be the other one. I can't.
I did go to the Field Museum with Mike and his wife and my son and my wife this last Sunday to go to the Pokemon exhibit, and then we walked through the dinosaur exhibit because I have a 2.5-year-old. And Mike did make a point like 9 different times to be like, these are my dinosaurs. Like was very like very clearly be like, "Oh, there's no feathers."
I get to believe in one harmless conspiracy, and it's that dinosaurs are lizards with scale. Okay, I want that.
That's not harmless, but that's okay.
It's
pretty
got to be
harmless.
kind of okay because the Field Museum does have a lot of inaccurate representations of dinosaurs still floating around. It's historical
expensive.
art. Oh right, no, I'm not saying.
Redo
I
the
was
art.
kind of surprised how much I saw going through. I was like, oh, that's definitely not like up to modern. But again, there's still great illustrations. They're integrated into the exhibits. I think
Yeah.
you're not just gonna like get rid of them.
Some of those, actually, some of the murals
Yeah.
are actual objects now because they were like painted by this guy who is like very famous.
Yeah.
Like, so now
King,
the murals can't change because I can't remember.
They're
Sorry.
tough.
They're like this guy's art, and there's only so many of them that exist, and so now they've become this like other thing.
And
Anyway.
that's why we honor the truth and art.
All right, we should get into it. There's a lot to cover.
There is a lot
There
to
is a lot.
cover.
Oh yeah, we should do that, huh?
Credits.
I pop into. No, I have a scene.
I start where we left off. So we're in this hallway with monster version of Julia, the sister monster.
Oh yeah.
And she's basically like, oh, maybe I'll keep you as pets. And then Alice basically blasts her with magic, and she flies 40 feet across the room and hits the back wall of the hallway.
Damn, Alice.
And then she's like, well, then again, I like my pets strong and you're weak. And then she kind of knows that like our magic power is already fading.
Okay.
That's when Penny pops in.
Yeah, I just pop in and then just do a quick axe to the back.
Of
You
the
know?
Of
sister.
Of who? An X back to who?
Julia?
Oh yeah. Aren't there two people? Didn't
No,
you
there's
just
the only one in this room. Only one in this room is Julia.
no Elliot? Elliot's not there.
Ellie's
No.
not there.
Okay.
And later on, I would have explained that if Margot let me.
What's going on here?
We'll get there. We've
We'll
got
get
beef.
to the beef.
Oh no, this is going to be a long
Where's the
episode.
beef? It's right here.
If Mike and Staja have beef, it is going to be a long
Yes.
episode. This is
Ready
not
for
going to
two.
wrap up quickly.
You're not ready for 2 Italian beefs.
Buckle up.
I can't eat 2 Italian beefs. I would feel so sick.
The magic mist starts coming out,
Yep.
and we bottle it. Alice has the bottle. We bottle it. We cast the little spell, and then fucking Dean Fogg shows up.
Yeah. And
He's like, oh, I don't know how long the spell is gonna hold. We have to get to break bills.
Yeah.
He says he has something that'll help.
Yeah.
Never explains what.
And I'm like,
Okay.
we need help for Julia, like Julia, because she's now back to being Julia, but she's just been stabbed in the back. And I'm like, we need help, and they're like, we got to get to break bills, and Julia's like, no, they're right, like go there first, I'm second. So she knows that that's the more important mission.
Yeah. But so we don't have enough magic juice, so we teleport back to the reservoir, which is completely dry.
And that's where I do the last line before the credits. Always a fucking twist.
Hey, it's the F-bomb.
I drew the F
Yeah, you did it. Yay.
credits.
And credits.
Mind sluts.
My next scene's at break bills.
Same.
My first scene is popping into the room with y'all. So
All right.
let me know.
So the dean's basically saying, go to his office, go under his desk. There's a trap door, and he says, Popper 22 to unlock it. I don't know what the hell that means.
I'm sure it's a password.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't put your hand in there. It's absolute zero. Like the temperature is absolute zero in there. And then he says it should slow her down a bit.
Okay.
I have no idea what any of this means, and
Yeah, no clue.
I never have a scene of going to his office. So I think it's basically we're going to put the jar in there to preserve it a bit,
use
maybe.
ice to just, or below temps just to
Yeah, just
freeze.
stop
What's
all
in
the
the jar?
entropy.
What's in the jar?
The magic
The
monster
lady.
goo.
her aura.
Oh,
like
because
her
you
Yeah,
axed
we
her
put it
and
in
then
the
you
Because
used her.
Julia's
Right.
back now.
Yeah.
Julia
Right,
is
right, right,
Julia,
right.
Essence
right?
de Monster.
Yeah.
Essence de
Yeah.
Monster. Got
Yeah.
it. Fair.
But my next scene's with Julia.
Yeah, so we're looking after Julia, who is in like their like nurse hospital area. And I had to go through my notes to find her name. Professor Lipson,
Okay.
I
That
think.
sounds familiar. I've heard that name.
She looked familiar. I just could not
yeah.
place this person. I
Oh,
know her later.
Like the doctor,
Doctor.
the
medic.
doctor cop medic
Yeah.
person,
medic
right?
cop.
No, the cop
It's not Dean
died.
Cop.
Dean
Oh,
Cop
Dean
died.
Cop was the Dean Cop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dean
But
Cop's
I
Dean
do
Cop.
remember we had medic cop.
Yeah, Doctor Medic Cop.
Doctor medic cop.
This is the medic from the first episode, right? Where you showed up at the guy's house and he was dead. Like literally
no,
the first.
because
no.
that was Jane Chatwin.
Oh, never mind. So this
movie
is a
was also
different
dead.
doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like please give Julia something. She is struggling. And she's like, I've already given her stuff for the pain twice. Like, we're dealing with something different here. The dean gives her something to help with it. And in context clues, it didn't make sense in the moment. I'm wondering if it's like some sort of like battery to like help pour, because we talk about
the battery is the magic. So does he have like magic that he's just pouring on her?
He gives him some kind of like almost like a little object, little seeing thing.
Okay.
Because she has like that weird, like almost like mini magnifying glass bifocal thing that she's looking through as like a way to examine.
Oh, sure.
And so she gets another thing to like help with the pain. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, what's going on with her? And she's like, well, the injury is weird because her body, which is very weird, is trying to close the wound and heal, but it was caused by a weird enchanted weapon, which enchanted the wound, also very weird, and it keeps tearing itself open again. So like enchanted weapon caused an enchanted wound that won't let itself close.
But didn't you axe her?
Yes, but the
weapon
axe,
was the
This is the axe that I
axe.
brought. They're not cursed. They're just to
it's the
remove possession.
Right,
So
to
like
remove
perhaps
possession.
there's something weird going on with the god magic and
Right.
the possession axe. I don't know.
I forgot where we got that axe and that
Yeah.
little interlude in the desert.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, how long is she going to be like this? And she was like, we're not in charted territory. I don't know. And I'm like, okay, I think I know someone that could maybe help.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want me to go again.
I see you right. Okay. I have something right before my next scene.
my next scene is with Julia, and she seems totally fine.
Okay. We're still in the medic area, and we now have the binder. So I called in the guy who speaks like the rock,
Dr. Leakey.
Dr. Leakey. I call him Dr. Leakey.
Who is that guy? Who is
He was the guy that came out of the book.
the book guy.
Magic book guy.
Yeah, Dr. Leakey.
Is he Everett?
No.
No.
Don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Got it.
And he is essentially like, it was a hard choice for Penny 23 to call the binder, but the binder assured you made the correct choice. And the doc is also trying to examine the binder. She's also like, what the fuck is this guy?
Why do I not know anything today?
I'm not educated.
I need continuing education credits.
And essentially he breaks it down is Julia could remain in this cycle of wounding and agony for millennia.
Ooh.
And her body requires transformation. Like, luckily, this is the binder's expertise. Her body's got to make a choice.
Okay.
So yes.
This is the thing where she had to decide.
Yeah. So you decide between long and arduous journey to full goddesshood, or revert to a life of mere human. And the Doc Lipson's like, well, that's a no-brainer. And I'm like, well, it's her choice. Like, it's not our choice.
Sure.
All while this is happening, Julie is not conscious. Like, she is out of it. And he is looking for my input, and he's like, hey, we need a choice.
You're making the choice?
Well, he's like, I assume I'm talking to either her husband or master. And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, the decision must be made. And
You can go into people's brains.
Which
right?
one did you? What happens?
we get to it, but it's essentially like, and it's essentially like someone needs to make the choice.
Okay.
She is dying.
Yeah, we got that.
We've been over this.
He looks
This is
at
going to
me.
be a 2-hour episode at
He
this
looks at
rate.
me
Sorry, it's gonna
confused,
go.
and we cut there. We will
Okay.
get back to it.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Then I show up.
Okay. I'm gonna take this scene.
You lead the scene.
Before he shows up, my scene starts with Josh falling out of the fishbowl, except it's like the bowl is already empty. You like cut in.
How did you unfishify him?
Remember the flower that Penny brought?
Yes.
And then I gave
Yes.
him the axe and said, I can't go. I have to stay with Josh. And he says, I promise that I will bring Elliot back. And then I say, okay. And then he comes back, and then he didn't bring Elliot back. Yeah. So
I didn't have a chance yet. Haven't seen Elliot yet. Haven't clocked him yet.
Anyway, Josh is back to a human. We start making out. And as we're doing this, Penny shows up.
Yeah.
And this is when we get into that fight.
Yeah.
Because he's standing there, and Margot clocks that there's not an Elliot standing next to him, and she knows.
Josh leaves. He's like, I'm craving fish sticks. Is that weird? And leaves the conversation.
Correct
Is that
decision.
cannibalism?
That's what he was wondering about, but he's just gonna go with it.
He's
so.
a werewolf. My guess is he's fine with kind of whatever.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
Yeah.
We get into a little tiff, and I'm just like, of course you fucked this up because you were just focused on Julia, and this is so typical of you. And we're like,
and I tell you, you don't know what the fuck is going on, so fuck off. Like, it's very much like, in Penny's point of view, like I haven't seen Elliot. I haven't had a chance to rescue him.
well, it sounds like your plan was a bad one if you weren't even in the room with him. So, I think that's inherently the problem. Like, who knows what went down before? Also, like, to be honest, if that was the case, maybe you didn't see him. That's the only excuse. But I will say, as somebody who was watching as Margot, I was like totally on her side completely. Because I was like, dude, you've done literally jack shit. Margot's the one that had to go get the axes. Margot's the one doing all the hard work. He's been just popping in or out all over the place, doing nothing.
He
then he's just using.
stabbed and killed a god.
No, he didn't kill a god.
Okay, he stabbed and trapped a god
Using the stuff that I brought for him to use
Okay,
that I
can
let
you
him
teleport?
borrow. Okay, so he can teleport. Great. You are a car. Congratulations.
No, I'm
a
better than a
vehicle
car.
of transportation.
I don't need gas, baby. I'm not magic. I don't use magic. I am magic.
I was like totally with Margot on this. I was like, how dare you even
And, like,
show up?
From her point of view, it's like you left minutes ago.
I trusted you to do one job, and here you are, standing here like a dork, not doing anything.
And I think the problem is we didn't go into something with, okay, let's execute the plan. We went into shit's already on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lack of judgment.
Yeah.
But anyway, as we're fighting, fire happens on the stove behind us. The tray of fish sticks
Rip fish
literally
sticks.
goes up in flames. Josh realizes he has magic fish powers. We correct him. He has magic powers from the lake that he touched, not the fish.
Oh.
But
I was gonna say, why would fish be able to make fires? That's a bad fish power.
It's
Yeah.
ungodly.
but
It's unnatural.
I heard the term magic fish power later in this episode. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
that's all it was. My next scene is all of us, me, Josh, and Elliot. Not Elliot. Me, Josh, and
Penny.
Quentin talking.
Okay, I got a scene with Julia.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You in a scene with Julia?
Has she decided?
I sit down, I walk over, and I think we're at Marina's. It's hard. I've lost track of what these buildings look like. And I'm just like, hey. And Lipson is in the room with her. I'm like, you feeling okay? And she's like, yeah. Yeah, thanks. And by the way, thanks for deciding I should age gold and probably die from a paper cut because I'll never get to do magic again. And also, I'm like perfectly normal, and magic doesn't come from normal, so thanks for deciding that without me. And Lipson's like, does someone hear an oven? And just leaves. She doesn't want to be here for
I
this.
cannot believe you chose. I would like everybody here to know that if I am on the brink of death and the choice is become a god or go back to being human, please make the god choice every time.
I don't think any of us needed to know which choice you're making between God and human. It's more of a discussion of like, do we let her?
Yeah, right. Is that a good idea for
Oh,
us?
okay. A bunch of men in here are gonna tell me. What I'm
yeah.
gonna
Any
do.
of us should be gods.
I'm staying out of this one.
And I tell her it was a shit decision, and she says it was her decision. And I'm like, I know, like, but we couldn't get that input from you. And she asks, I say I do. She asks if I know. I'm like, because she doesn't. She's like, so do you know what I wanted? Because I don't know what I wanted. I don't know if I'll ever know what I wanted. So she still is kind of adamant that she doesn't know what choice she would make. She only knows that this wasn't the way it was supposed to be. So she still isn't telling me for sure I want it to be a god. She just doesn't know still. And I'm like, hey, truth, I was selfish. You were in pain, and the pain was never going to stop. And I would do anything again to not lose you again. Like, this is a Penny who's already lost to Julia. He wasn't doing it again. I'm like, okay, I go to leave because obviously she's furious at me. And she's like, hey, can you stay here and just let me be pissed at you? And I'm like, I could do that. So, she's a human.
She's a human now. All right. Well, we lost our super weapon while we're fighting super gods.
We don't need one.
Fair enough. We have friendship.
Penny is really getting on my nerves.
Maybe we don't have friendship. Thought we had friendship. Are we friends?
She doesn't even know what she would choose. I'm not defending Penny. I don't want to be in his position where he has to decide a person's eternal life for them. But
my next scene is with Julia, and she's trying to light a candle to no avail, like with magic, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Can she still do magic? Like, she's not a
no,
god.
The implication here is that no, she cannot do magic.
Okay, so she's not only not a god, she also is just actually a normie person.
Yeah, she's a normie again. And I bring her like a cup of tea, and we sit down, and she's talking about how she saw the sister's plan when she was possessed by it. So she has all like kind of the memories or whatever, and knew what she was thinking. And it's worse than just slaughtering like the whole library. They want to take it up with the old gods who were their parents.
Right.
And Quentin's like, what does that mean? And Julia's like, I don't know. And she doesn't know either. She
Right.
just knows that like killing them will make her happy. And so we're going to do it. Consequences be damned. Consequences probably being like nuclear winter for all of the multiverse.
Yeah, you don't typically wipe out entire pantheons and just have everything kind of be okay.
Especially when they're talking about pantheons that are like vague thoughts.
Yeah,
like
right.
we talked about this last week, which was
Forces
like
of nature
Tinkerbell
kind of deal, yeah.
like of like you believe in it and it exists kind of thing.
Yeah. And they did find a scroll, like a spell in the library that would basically open a door to the plane where the old gods are. And the good news about being possessed by a monster is when they put something in your pocket, it stays in your pocket. And she has
Okay.
the teleport, like the portal scroll.
okay.
Oh, that's where you get the scroll.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then my next scene's in the physical kids cottage
With me?
with Josh and yeah.
Do you have anything?
Are we? My next scene is we're talking about finding the seam.
Okay. So this is where we're having a conversation with Josh, where Josh is talking about.
Your scene's later, I think.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. Everett wants to be a god.
This is the first time I heard the name
Same,
Everett.
which is why I was checking.
Does anybody know who Everett is?
Everett?
I'm assuming he's a library
I
person.
think it's the binder. I honestly really think.
I don't think it's the binder because
No.
I thought somebody said he looks like he's the same actor as Dr. Leakey
Yes.
from last show, and I see Everett later, and it was not him.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
So I think, but he looked like he might be a library guy just based on how he's
Okay,
dressed.
that is what he says. So he says Everett wants to be a god, and he's so juiced he can rip it right out of Elliot. So why don't we just let him?
This is Josh's
This is
suggestion.
Josh saying this to
And-
Margot and Quentin.
Yep.
And Margot is pissed because I call him a psycho book fondler, and he would probably just kill Elliot. And I stomp away because I'm mad.
And you don't want to, like, rightfully so, you don't want to hear the start of any plan that is let Elliot die.
Right.
Right.
And Quentin agrees with you after you walk away. So he's like, no, we're not doing this because it's too risky for Elliot. And that's when Elliot
comes
up.
in. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of the devil, literally. I pop in and I'm just asking where my sister is because I left the library and she was alive and now I can't find her. And I'm just kind of demanding where the scroll is, where she is. I don't feel like, because I didn't see and it didn't have any scenes before this, I don't feel like I knew that you all had her or like were involved. I just kind of like assumed.
You
guess.
knew she had the scroll and now she's gone.
And then I assume you all had the scroll as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the scroll is just on the ground right here.
Yeah, and I don't see it immediately, but I see it whenever Josh picks it up.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, and I'm like, give me that or whatever. And I don't know what he says.
He basically just like takes the scroll and picks up, and then his fish magic goes off and the spell gets cast.
Oh, that's why. I thought he like flicked it. I thought it was like
he picks it up and like basically a burst of magical energy happens. The scroll like unfurls, starts glowing, and then this portal to this other plane opens up, and Josh and I just dive in.
Yeah, it's better than being here with Elliot, kind of deal.
Okay.
So I see the white portal go zoop, and then you go to dip, and then I try and grab you, but the portal disappears as soon as I try and grab you, and then all of a sudden fog is there, and just sort of like hanging out in the background, and I turn around, I look at him, I was like, I don't like you, do I? And he's like, no, and you're gonna hate me after this, and he like throws a smoke bomb on the ground. And all of a sudden, my ears start like kind of ringing, and my vision goes kind of blurry, and I pass out, and I wake up in the middle of the woods.
Perfect. We know where you are.
Cool.
Meanwhile, Josh and I are flying through this portal, and it's very like Bill and Ted coded in a weird way. We're like arms around each other and we're just screaming, and it's just like a light and color show as we like fall through this portal. We're just like ah, and then we hit the ground and we're still screaming, and we're in like an office. And like a banner comes down that says congratulations, and balloons fall from the ceiling. We're like, ah, what the hell? It's great. And so some random guy comes in, very happy to see us. He's wearing like an Argyle sweater, and he's like, what an achievement, huh? 2 humans. Task 764 is usually what trips your kind up, but hey, like as we say in the near base binary, infinite time is just a parabolic lost sock. And we have no idea what the fuck this guy is talking about, but he's very friendly about it.
Okay.
And he's like, do you not speak the near base binary? He's like, not sure how you would complete task 764 out or the rest of the 1293. Apparently, there's a bunch of tasks that you had to complete, I think, to get the scroll. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Oh, but we just stole it instead.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly. And so we're like, oh yeah, we were on a quest, but we're not now. And like that quest went pretty well, but except for the part that we're trying to fix right now. And then he's like, well, how'd you have the resonant singularity scroll? And Josh is like, yeah, well, like my fish magics went off. And he was like, shh.
Ixnay.
And so we're just like, yeah, we want to talk to an old god. Because we're here, we might as well try to talk to an old god. And he's like, all right, let me dumb this down for you, you fucking idiots. Like, he's like friendly about it, but he's just like, you guys are nothing. He's like, a chihuahua just demanded a blowjob from an archangel. He's like, also, I'm not explaining fish magics to my bosses.
Kind of a poet.
Yeah.
Kind of a poet there.
And then he like looks like at his watch. He's like, oh, tea time. He like goes to leave or whatever. I'm like, can we have 5 minutes? And so we have another scene with him, but I'll I don't know what
My
else
next scene is when we're back together, so keep
No, keep
rolling,
going.
bud.
Yeah, keep talking about the chihuahuas.
I should mention this guy has like a golf putter in his hand the whole time.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so it cuts back and he's like, just kind of putting practice on the carpet or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, like the old gods wouldn't help. Like, and he's talking about how the monsters can't be killed.
Okay.
And Quentin's like, well, why'd you create them all? Why create them at all? And the guy's like, I don't know. Why are nickels bigger than dimes? And Josh is like, why are nickels bigger than dimes? And so we're like, so there's no way to stop these monsters? He's like, you didn't ask about stopping them. You asked about killing them. So apparently they can be stopped, just not killed.
Well, they've been stopped before, yeah.
And so we're like, okay, how would you do that? And he's like, oh, drop them in the seam. And we're like, what? He's like, you imbeciles. And so basically there's a seam between this universe and the antiverse.
Ooh.
This is some DC shit right here.
Like the antiverse.
And the antiverse, like we're like confused looks on our face when he says the antiverse, like where everything is always dead. And we're like, what? And he's like, anyways, he's basically saying, don't go to the antiverse because you'll be dead, but like go to the seam where, between the two universes and just drop them in there. And we're like, okay, where is this? He's like, well, the seam's not quite sealed. What does that mean? It leaked and created a pocket world where things are backwards and lifeless. And Q's like, the mirror world? And the guy's like, oh, sure, that's not a bad name for it.
Oh, so is that where we lost Dragon Gal, right?
And Victoria.
Right.
Well,
right.
no, we've run into
Oh, Dragon Gal's
Poppy.
back.
But
Poppy.
that's
So-
where plans broke.
but that
bad.
is where stuff went
Right,
bad.
that's what
It was where we lost Victoria.
So plan is now go to the mirror world, find the seam. Anything tossed into the seam will never return.
Right.
And
Easy.
he kind of like gives us slices of cake and gives a little golf clap, and then we're back discussing the plan.
That's where the cake came from.
Yeah.
Is it good cake?
It's not only is it good cake, Josh is pissed that he's eating it because he says it's like the perfect cake and it has ruined all cake for him forever.
Yeah, because he's like, I can't eat God cake again.
Yeah.
This is, I'm cooked.
Yeah.
I got the punchline, but I didn't get the setup. I'm like,
That
why?
makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Don't drink ambrosia. That's
No.
the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Actually, that is
Humans
kind of
cannot drink ambrosia.
Do not eat things fairies give you. That
Yeah.
kind of level
No.
of like, don't
Yeah.
do it.
Cap it out at Wendy's.
I'm assuming we just roll into the scene where we're eating the cake.
So we're talking about the mirror world. We're talking about, well, how do we find the seam? And Alice thinks she knows where it is because there was a door when she was a Niffin that even she as a Niffin was like,
There's
leave
bad
that
news
alone.
in there.
So everyone's like, oh, cool. That's definitely the door we should open then. Like, you know, but that's basically the door we should open. That's what we got to do. The problem is Josh lost his magic, which I didn't know. Now I do. Okay.
Fish out of water.
He lost his magic when he went there?
Because of the scroll. He
I
used
think
it
he
all.
used it on
Oh,
the-
it like zapped
Yeah.
all
It
of his
zapped it
energy.
all.
Oh, I missed that part.
Zapped
Okay,
it
that
all.
makes sense.
So, which makes sense. He probably needed a lot of magic to open a gateway to even like, I don't know, the front desk to the old
Yeah.
gods, I guess. Like,
Reception.
yeah.
And Dean Fogg apparently doesn't have a battery.
No.
So we're basically like, we don't know how to get enough magic to trap the second monster using that kind of binding spell.
Except Katie thinks that she does have an answer.
Very cool idea.
It's the hedge witches. It's a little, what does Mario call it? Sesame Street. Whereas if we got everybody in the world and Fillory together, like all the hedge witches and stuff, and they all cast spells at the same time using quote unquote cooperation magic, then we would have enough juice to do this.
I love
thing.
how Stasha is dismissing this just as much as Margot is.
Yeah. I'm sitting here trying to defend my other person's ex.
They're doing the old spear bomb, everyone believe.
Yeah. Well, I
Like, yeah.
think for Katie, I think Katie's been on enough rough paths that her now having some hope in people helping. It's like, okay, Katie,
Yeah.
we're getting out this hole.
And
I'm
getting
sure
back
that-
on her hedge witch shit too.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure this is all full circle if you watch this, Katie. I didn't. I don't care.
She's so fucking that's so Margot.
for what it's worth, the smartest person in the room, Alice, does think this plan can work.
Yeah.
Yes, she does, which is why we're gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the conclusion here. My next scene is telling some people to hurry up and touch butts, and so we can go.
Yeah, I have a
What?
really quick scene before that where like
Same.
I kind of run into Alice and I'm like, well, you should tell me where the seam is so I can do it. And then she's like, basically like, I want you to be safe, so like tell me where this is so I can do the dangerous part. And she's like, no, I want to do the dangerous part so you can stay safe. And we're basically like, oh, maybe we should do it together because we've always been best as a team. Which is true, and that's where you come around the corner being like, if you want to touch butts, do it now because we gotta go.
We're going. What are you doing before we go?
I have a quick moment with Julia
Oh, no,
where
Julia again? Really?
I'm telling her to like stop torturing herself and that it's going to be okay, or it won't. Like we don't know. And she's like, "Oh, you're just Zen because other Penny like told you like some secret stuff, so you know stuff that's going on, and like big things you have to do." And I'm like, "No, I'm just Zen because there's a lot of scarier things other than dying, and right now I'm looking at you, so I'm good." Like Penny's just kind of like, "What will happen? C'est la vie."
I can't get behind this couple. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know.
Because it's Elliot. Because the Elliot, you can't let it go. I say bye, Julia. She says bye, and then I head out with Q and Alice as she kind of like, I wish I could help.
Yeah, but she's just a regular old person.
She's a
Yeah,
man.
if she had a god, maybe it would have been helpful. But alas.
Maybe you should give her a gun.
Didn't he say it would be a long, arduous
It would be a
journey
long
Margot-
to
journey.
becoming a god?
Yeah.
So she would not
Absolutely.
have been a god an hour and a half later?
Yeah.
Who knows how long and how arduous.
Okay, long,
Margot-
arduous journey of 45 minutes or so.
Margot absolutely already brought a gun. So
Yeah,
like,
well, just give her the gun.
And she started blasting.
It's basically magic.
we've
Yeah.
proven that Margot carries a gun with her everywhere.
Yeah.
That has literally happened in the show.
I can kill something from 100 miles away with moving my finger. It's a magic. It's magic.
Physics.
Well, it's not. Well, kind of.
Physics
It's
are a
magic.
little magic.
So
Yeah.
we come upon you in the forest.
Okay, I have a little bit before you
That's
all
what I
roll
figured.
up. Not a lot. It's mainly just
roll up.
roll. Honestly, it is. You do all roll up. Legitimately, you have anger in your hearts. So Elliot's in the forest. Monster Elliot, kind of like stumbling around, dazed. It's that like two versions of the forest, kind of like the cross-eyed thing of like they're kind of overlaid, and it's trying to show that I'm disoriented and confused. I'm kind of like stumbling around. I don't know where this is, what forest it is. I have no clue where I am.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but it's like Elliot also doesn't seem, Monster Elliot doesn't seem to know. It's not like I just teleported myself somewhere. And so I sit down against a tree and I start talking vaguely to my sister. Obviously she's not there and I know, but I'm just like, oh, sister, like I can't believe you just would, we had all these plans. We were going to kill everybody, but I get it. But you didn't stop to notice that this world isn't all like bad. It's not just people trapping us and murdering us. It's also like there's some like beauty in the world. And he like picks up a leaf and he's looking at it. And it's not like a I'm stoned kind of thing. He's just sort of like waving his head and he's looking at the leaf and he's like, there's beauty in this. Everything's kind of beautiful. And he's like pulling at the edges of the leaf and he like takes a deep breath and puts his head back and he's like, especially the silence. The quiet is beautiful. And he just sort of like takes a deep breath and just sort of like in the moment kind of calms and the camera pulls back and it's just like nothing's going on. There's sort of like ambient noises of the forest and he seems to be kind of resting and seems to love that element of it. And that's when I hear like a little rustle on the ground and I look over and there is an eye.
Yeah. Rolling up on you.
Rolling up, literally rolling up.
Throws her eyeball down so she can see where he is.
Cast sight.
Yeah. And we basically have a pincer plan where Margot goes around the back. Quentin pretends to charge up.
Yeah.
Penny does his useful thing where he like teleports somebody away, runs away, and then Margot uses that opportunity while Monster Elliot is distracted, thinking that Quentin is the one that's gonna axe him. Nah, Margot's the one that's gonna axe him right in the gut.
Yep.
And is that axe the axe that you got in the desert?
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
Okay.
I always had two.
God, is it a pickaxe? Is it like is one part
it's
of it like
definitely a hand axe.
I mean,
does one part of it have a
pickaxe
point?
Shaped, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's like one part of it looks because that's
It's kind of T-shaped.
it's not pickaxe shape. It's not pickaxe
are
shape.
both
though.
sides bladed or is one a stabby? I thought one side of it was stabby.
No, one side is like a little bit like rounded, I guess, but like it's not
that
a
not a-
pickaxe. No, it's not like pointy. It's just like it's just blunt.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
I wrote it as a pickaxe. So I was like, why a pickaxe? But regardless,
And it looks sick, actually.
They're both very cool.
they are cool. But you stab me in the stomach with it.
Yeah.
And I fall down on the ground.
Both of these monster kills went way smoother than I would have expected
Yeah.
for them being the plot of the entire season. And as far as I can tell, there were no like complications with it. It was just we stab him, the goo comes out, we trap him in the bottle.
Well, I mean, besides the complication of Sesame Street, where we
I
needed
think
to
that works
get
pretty
everybody.
well,
I think
too.
a lot of the work was front loaded of like we need a weapon that can hurt them.
Yeah.
We need something that
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
contain them. Like
But
we
there's
could
no
have always
but there was
stabbed
no
them.
protracted fight scene.
Yeah.
It didn't have the same thing as like season 1 with the beast.
No.
With that confrontation where like somebody comes in and like, oh no, there's a wrinkle in our plan or
It's
whatever.
less magic. It's more just like, I mean, there's magic inherent in the items, but we're not casting magic in the same way.
I'm not complaining.
this was always we can always stab them, but what happens post stab? And right now you get stabbed, your monster spirit comes out.
Yep.
Boop, boop, container
Into a bottle.
I grab a phone and I assume I send the text of like everyone tut now.
Yeah.
Worldwide tut.
And Quentin and Penny start like tutting.
Yeah, there's like a global flash tut.
Yep.
Yeah, it cuts away, so I'm assuming.
And Margot is just yelling at Elliot, telling him to live, and if you see your grandma at the end of the light of the tunnel, tell that bitch to fuck
Like,
off.
you full on
and
stab this guy with this axe.
You have to.
There's a lot.
There's a lot
Couldn't
of
you just
blood.
scrape him a little bit?
No, that's not how it went before, and that's not how it goes here. But Margot's trying to like stem the blood in the
You're
like,
applying
his-
pressure to the wound.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Monster Elliot like isn't reacting, so it's like there's no, or Elliot / Monster Elliot. I think I say one thing, which is like good job Bambi, or you did it Bambi.
You're just
or,
like, well, when you put it so nicely, because I'm swearing at you, calling you selfish, like don't die or whatever. But Monster Elliot is already in the bottle. Monster is in the bottle, and so now this is just Elliot. And my next scene after this is we're at the same hospital with the same surgeon.
Yes.
And I'm yelling at her because I want her to do something about the fact that Elliot is dying. You're passed out, so you probably didn't see this.
I got the scene.
You did, so maybe you were a little bit conscious. But like, she won't use. She's like, she has like the medicine in bottles, and she was a trauma surgeon. She will not use magic because she's like, everybody needs all of the magic right now to keep those bottles together.
Oh, sure.
So
Everything's diverted.
and she's like, I was a trauma surgeon before I was a magician. I can save him the old-fashioned way. If you're gonna cry, get the hell out of here.
Get out of my way.
Right. Very bossy, but it like. So
Hey, doctor, it's the ER.
let
the
me know when we get to the end.
Yeah. So we are back at the cottage, and we are prepping for the transportation into the mirror
Yeah.
dimension.
So we're looking at a mirror.
Oh, you gotta
Penny's,
drop the
Penny's drawing
bottles.
like a sigil or whatever
Yeah.
on the mirror.
Yep.
And Alice and I each have a jar. And basically the rule is like no traveling and no magic, because in this mirror dimension, any sort of magic just goes haywire, and it's bad. It's very bad.
Okay.
And so we go in, we wander a little bit, we find this door that, you know, Alice remembers, and Alice hesitates at the door, and Penny's like, fuck this, and he goes right in.
Yeah.
It's the lab from the school.
Yep.
Oh.
And Alice, I think, says, why? And Penny's like, who cares? And then there's like another mirror,
With a
effectively,
giant, like...
with a big curtain over it, like a cloth over it. And so we pull down the cloth, and there's basically this, like, I don't know, big, it looks like kind of a nebula, like a space nebula, like this kind of black and white, like, you know, really kind of cool looking effect. But
an ether in this mirror.
This is what they call the seam.
Yeah.
And I throw the jar in, and it just goes through the mirror into this thing and never to return.
Do you guys throw both of them in?
And then that's when a dude shows up behind us.
Oh.
And this is Everett, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because he wants to steal the god powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he still has one. There's still one on this end of it, so he can stop us. And he's basically threatening to cast magic, which will just kill everybody in the room, basically.
Right.
So he's like, you know, mutually assured destruction, hand it over, or we all die. And he like Quentin basically like is about to toss the other one in, and then the dude like throws something and breaks the mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know why what he did broke the mirror instead of just going through it, but I don't know, whatever. So the mirror's broken. Now it's just a regular mirror with like a big shatter on it, and not the portal to the.
And we have no option now. Like
Right.
Was there only one? Because we found a different mirror. Because the other one was in the mirror dimension.
The mirrors
was
are
in
all
the
taking you to the mirror dimension, but I think this is the only place
this
where
is
it's
the only
seam
one that had
to
the
the other place.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
And this is when Alice says, Quentin, I think you need to, and like doesn't finish her sentence, but kind of like nods at me. And this is when Everett is basically saying like, Elliot's safe. He'll let us go. Like
he studied the other gods. He won't. I know you know how bad gods can be. I studied them so I could be better.
Sure.
Yes.
Trust me.
So he's like, oh, I'll be a good god because I know how gods work. Also, the seal on the bottle is not going to hold super long. So we need to basically do it now, or else it's just going to randomly take one of us over like it did Elliot. And that's worse.
Yeah.
Right. Theoretically. I then yell at Penny to take Alice now. And behind my back, I cast a spell. I cast the minor mending spell.
Oh, right,
Okay.
right. Because you're a mending
very
magic. We
apropos.
learned that.
So the mirror, and this is when it goes into an incredibly good slow motion shot. Like
Gorgeous.
in this scene is
All the glass like reforming.
so it's
Everything
cooler than
in
that.
the remaining of this episode made me a full believer of the show. I'm like, okay, yeah, you got me.
even
so
the
it's-
prolonged song at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's slow mo, and you know the glass is like spider webbed out from where the guy broke it, right? Like from the edges, it starts glowing and mending, and that all kind of goes together, and it's like cutting between Penny 23 dragging Alice out,
screaming.
the glass like slowly repairing. Quentin throws the jar at the mirror as it's repairing.
Yeah.
Right? The mirror basically finishes repairing as the jar gets there. It goes into the mirror. Like the magical spell behind Quentin's back and like coming out of the mirror and everything, like basically goes into these like little wisps of like glowing magic that tear Everett apart.
Because he's closer.
He basically turns into like blood and dust. And
Like just particle effects, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
like very good ones. And Penny's Penny gets Alice out. Quentin is maybe 5 feet farther from the mirror than Everett, and same thing happens to Quentin, and he dies.
Damn.
And like Penny, state of shock. Alice is screaming. Like it is a transition from her screaming in my arms as I am dragging her to safety
Yeah.
to then being back where she is on the ground and I'm like holding her as she's continuing to bawl.
Oh yeah, I guess you weren't at the fire at the end, huh?
No, he was there.
was
He
there?
was there. Yeah, they were all there except for Quentin.
Well, no, that's what I meant, Quentin.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't clock that Quentin wasn't at the bonfire at the end of the episode.
What did
You
you think that
didn't?
was about?
What's up?
What did you think that was
I
about?
thought that was just like, hey, we all did it. It's hard times out there. We killed the guy. I thought it was just like, that's why I said you really liked the musical number at the end, because I was like, why the fuck are we all?
How
why
did you
is
not
this?
catch this? I guess that you didn't have
There
that
was
much.
a lot of people.
But like we're all throwing in things that belong to one person into the flames.
But he threw in an egg. I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
that was
that's
from
about.
earlier.
Yeah, I have my memory. Okay, we'll get into
Okay,
this.
well,
I've been a monster. I don't know what your egg is.
It's not from
Have
the
been or
season, bro.
still are.
To be fair, I don't know what the egg is.
It's from.
egg?
I'll explain.
Okay,
I'll
we'll
explain.
get
I know my
Okay.
peach.
So-
I thought it was because of something we love.
Good. This is
So-
we're picking up. Yeah.
We are in the woods, all sitting around a fire at night.
No, you're not. Hold on, I got to see it first.
I thought you were dead.
We all thought he was dead.
See, okay,
this is what-
I'm
this
back on this. The fire's dumb now.
My note says I explode, and then I checked how much time is left in my episode. I still have 10 minutes of my episode.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Mother, you piece of shit.
I cannot believe this.
I'm
You
gonna
should
get-
have let us do this, and then you should have said this.
Yeah.
So
Hold on, let us do this. Let's get through the
No,
emotion.
I think he's interrupted us
Okay.
on purpose.
I am.
Okay.
I'm here with Penny.
Oh, you are dead.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So elevator doors open. Penny's in a suit.
Okay.
This is Penny 40, obviously. And Penny's like, "Hey, it's been a while. Welcome to the underworld." And there's a sign on the door. It says, "Secrets taken to the grave. Appointment only." Penny hands me a glass of hot chocolate. I'm kind of like freaking out a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
'cause you're
I
dead.
just
Yeah.
Because you
died.
died.
And I'm like, "What did I do?" He's like, "What do you think you did?" I'm like, "I don't know. It all happened so fast." And he's like, "This is the part where I can't lie, right?" And Quinn's like crying here a little bit.
Yeah, I'd cry
obviously.
too if I was dead.
And
Doesn't seem like that. It seems like hot chocolate.
Do you know what? Fair point.
Yeah, it seems fine, honestly.
and I'm talking, basically Penny's like, this is where your whole life is revealed, but it only means anything if you reveal it to yourself. And so Quentin starts talking here about how, like, his whole life he's been in and out of hospitals. He's had suicidal thoughts, suicide notes that he's written, suicide attempts, all the meds and therapy. And then he found break pills, and that all kind of went away. Or so I thought, but... And then he kind of asks here to Penny, he says, "Did I do something brave to save my friends, or did I finally find a way to kill myself?"
Ah.
And so Penny says, "I can see we're going to need the deluxe package, which, let's go." So we kind of, he's like, "I'm not surprised you're going to need the deluxe package." So he takes me, and this is when everybody's around the campfire.
Ah.
That's what we're
okay.
cutting back and forth between, because
Yeah.
there's lots of
That
cuts
makes
to
sense.
So it's very like, Ghost of Christmas Present or whatever.
Yeah.
And
So, yeah.
yes.
That makes sense. Okay, so this is Quentin's funeral, okay?
Yeah, effectively, yes.
pick up on that.
I didn't. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
We're all in black. We're all throwing in objects that are related to us and Quentin that we have a memory in,
memories.
into the fire
And then-
while
Right.
we sing Take On Me.
the setup is...
So Alice starts, and she's like, "I don't know what to say," and she has. I don't know if you are getting the flashbacks, by the way.
We don't get I get my
I get my
flashback,
flashback.
but I
Okay.
don't see everybody's.
Alice is holding the coffee mug that I had just mended when we were like, what, 2 episodes ago, last
yeah,
episode
when you
or whatever.
realized what your power was.
Oh. Got it.
And so it has the flashback of me fixing that, and then I like kind of take a step forward, and Penny like puts a hand on my shoulder and kind of just holds me back, like, "No, you're just here to watch." And she tosses the mug in the fire, and that's when Kate, like, she doesn't know what to say.
So Alice says, "I don't know what to say. I don't know what words will." And Katie's like, "Words won't." And she casts to set up a song, which this is a song that is designed to wreck me. An acoustic version of Take On Me will never not destroy me.
So what did you think was happening? You just thought we were just singing "Take On Me" for fun?
I thought it was like we've all been through a bunch of shit.
Nope.
This scene would
thought-
not work
I'm
if that's what it
sitting
was.
here-
I know. I didn't think it worked.
I cried.
I was also crying.
My wife
was
heard me in
confused.
the room over, and she's like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing good right now." And I came out of the room, and she's like, "What happened?" I'm like, I couldn't talk for 5 minutes.
So was everybody watching the scene crying except for Colin?
Yeah, I was at work being like, I wrote in my notes, but like, why the fuck are we all singing?
I had to go like,
so funny.
I tried to explain to my wife 5 times what happened, and every time I tried to, I just started crying.
That's
and I'm
really
like,
funny.
I did not think about this show for 5 minutes.
It was more frustrating to me because I knew that didn't know what happened. I just knew that I was like, well, one of us is missing and we're throwing all this stuff in the fire. Guess he's dead. And like,
I didn't clock it.
Staj has, if you've never known Staja, she has the worst poker face ever.
I don't play poker.
She watched her episode before I did, and I could tell she was fucking pissed about something, and I had no idea what.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Alice throws in
Yep.
a cup.
I throw in an egg, which me and him had like drawn, like I had drawn stuff on, and we kept like putting eggs on each other while we were sleeping.
Yeah.
So it was a way of us like pranking each other.
What is this from? Is that from season 1
I
or
think
something?
it's gotta be an old
1 or
thing.
2. One.
'Cause
I
you
remember
were
it.
asleep and just covered with eggs.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like super early.
let's see.
Margot
That
throws
was
in.
the only.
Kate,
I'm going to interrupt on this one. Hi, guys. It's from the dragon egg. Y'all needed eggs around you, and you couldn't help but have an egg near you.
That was, yep.
yeah, it wouldn't have been
We were-
season 1.
we
That was
were-
a different Penny.
Yeah,
we
that
were
was a-
cursed and just needed to
You're
be
right.
around eggs.
That would be
still.
a different Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And I was gonna say like that was the closest you've ever been as season 1 pranks.
But I was too in my feels
Yeah,
to
that's fair.
clock anything.
And Margot puts in the crown that I put on his
crown.
head in
See, I thought that was your crown. I didn't know what the egg was. I didn't know what the mug was. I thought you put
Katie-
your crown in there. I was like, why are we burning shit?
Katie
I don't
puts in the signed first edition Fillory book.
the filler book. Yeah.
couldn't see what book it was.
Principal Fogg puts in his letter to break bills.
Yeah, like the
Got
entrance
it.
exam or whatever.
Or
I
Jade
think,
Fox,
yeah.
sorry.
I wrote down what the fuck is this piece of paper.
It flashes back. It flashes back to like the first scene of me in the office at Breakos.
Yeah.
I think it was the entrance exam or something
That's so
related to
Sure.
it.
And then I put in a peach.
Yeah, from the lady.
Well, yeah, and that one I got. That one I
Did you get
clocked.
the emotional like meaning behind that of like
I
we're
was
saying goodbye?
confused. No, so I
Wow.
didn't get the emotional meaning. But how's that peach not disgusting?
How's the egg not disgusting?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right, right.
Magic.
It's just
Colin.
representative. It's not the
It's
same.
the egg. It's not the
I just
peach.
I
It's
put a peach.
Yeah.
Where'd I get a peach? I just got out of the hospital.
Your
Doesn't matter.
vibes at funerals is
Store.
off.
What do you mean?
You got some
What's
weird
weird?
funeral vibes.
We're all wearing black.
We're all
it's
wearing-
so funny.
And I'm like, this song, and I brought it up to my wife, and she's like, I wonder who did it first, because maybe around the same time, Deadpool 2 uses this song, also wrecks me. This song just hits me.
Deadpool 2's use of
Deadpool 2.
"Take on Me" wrecked you. Are you free?
No, it's the
I'm the
use-
one with the X-Men podcast.
It's the use of the song.
What does that have to?
The song's sad. It's a very sad version of the song.
All right, we gotta keep going.
Yeah.
What do you see?
And so Penny 40, like he sees me crying or whatever. He's like, or he sees, me kind of crying and looking at everybody else being like having this moment. And he's like, you should, tell me to appreciate the level of sincere grief. He's like, I seem to remember when I kicked it, you were laughing.
Never changed, Penny.
Quinn's like, I'm really sorry about that. He's like, okay, it's okay. I've met you. And he says, I think you know your answer now. The story for them is just starting, but it won't be the same story because of you. You didn't just save their lives. You changed their lives as much as they changed yours. You didn't want to leave all that, did you? And that's when Elliot drops in the peach, actually, after that.
Gotcha.
And then he's like, it's time to say goodbye. And I say one last look as you kind of wrap up the song, and then we walk away.
Oh my God, I'm gonna
End of the
tear up
episode?
again.
It was.
We're not done.
No, we're not. We have one more. I have one more scene.
So do I.
Okay.
I haven't seen
I have like 3 more.
All right. I'll go. I think
Okay.
you might have the last.
I do.
We do.
think.
We cut to the fire. Julia is there, crying, not her best day, and
Yeah. I mean, you should be crying because if she was a god, maybe Quentin would have had to die. But
let it go. Fucking Elsa frozen this shit and let it go.
Oh, now you're gonna make me cry.
I think this is cutting back and forth between my scene as well, because I'm in the office with Penny, and I'm like, are they going to be okay? And he's like, oh yeah, once they get here, they'll be just fine. I'm like, no, I meant like up there. He's like, oh, up there. And we're talking about like Elliot and Margot, And he was like, yeah, that one's kind of funny. I'm like, funny haha or funny uh-oh? So we kind of like go, and it like starts cutting. So I'm assuming you guys get scenes.
So we do have these scenes. Oh, so that's probably the order of these scenes. Interesting.
Okay. So I'm not, like, Julia's by herself. You learn later I'm in the background watching what's happening.
Do you want me to say what we say about Julia?
Sure. Yeah.
So I say the one I'm most worried about is Julia. She's fought so hard for magic. And Penny 40 says she's been in a weird place. Then she comes to the end of this crazy journey and feels at peace. And then he's like, and magic? And Quentin finishes, magic comes from pain.
We go back to the fire where she pulls out a deck of cards. And she goes to throw it in the fire as like a last goodbye. And they freeze in the air. And she's like, Q, are you doing this? And then the cards start to move. And then she's like, wait, am I doing this? Holy shit. And she starts manipulating the cards and brings them all back into her hand as they reform the deck. And I'm behind her and she's like, did you just see that? And I'm like, yeah. So what you going to do with it? So she has magic.
She has magic back.
Well, okay. So you said that about
the
Margot.
Margot one. I said he said that one's kind of funny. I said funny haha or funny uh-oh.
Yeah. So we are walking together.
Yep.
I'm in the purple fur coat.
Just sort of yapping.
Yeah, and Elliot, you have the sick cane that you like had in the other scene, but
Yeah.
you're using it to walk, and we look fab.
We look regal.
You got
It's almost
vibes.
like we're going to try and get our kingdom back.
Yeah, and Margot is trying to make a joke about getting her kingdom back and her boyfriend back so she can have some white hot grief sex, but then realized that kind of sounded like not sensitive, and I apologize to Elliot, but we're just like, hey, we're gonna have to it's gonna be weird right now.
It's going to be weird for a little bit. It's all right. And we round a corner, and
we
the
see our castle
looks, and it's been a while since I've seen the castle. I don't know, but they seem to be like, that looks fucking weird.
It does look weird. There's
Okay.
there's more towers than I remember, like
Yeah,
vertical
there's like
towers.
big flags on the top of everything too.
They feel like diamond like things on it's not just flags. It feels like almost like it's something else, maybe magic-y.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know, that are like rotating. And Margot was like, what the hell did they do to our castle? We're pissed. I'm pissed actually. And we see some people pushing some stuff by, and we're like, and Elliot is like,
hey, just as a general question, Fen, High King Fen is still the ruler of Fillory, right? And the kind of guys who are pushing the cart like look at each other sideways like, this is a test? And I was like, no, not a test. Like, we just, I've been gone for a while. And they're like, well, what does he say? The Dark King presides over like Fen and High King Fen and Fresh Prince Josh.
I forgot his name was Fresh Prince Josh.
Fresh Prince Josh.
Sorry, the Dark King presides over them?
No, that they have been
They were overthrown by the Dark King.
300 years ago by the
300
Dark
years ago.
King. The gods have cursed them. And
Wait. What?
the gods
Yes.
have cursed
The gods
them.
have cursed them.
They
Yes.
were overthrown 300 years ago, and all hail the Dark King.
When did 300 years happen?
So do you remember how when
No.
we left Elliot and Fillory the first time,
Yeah.
and we were like, hey, time is kind of weird here,
Sure.
huh? And it's like, when do we know when we're going to come back? And then we took that for granted for like 3 seasons.
300 years.
Apparently, now that we've come back, it's been 300 years.
Yeah.
So they're probably dead. So I don't know. Hard to say. But they said
Josh
it's
wasn't
been
around the
cursed.
fire. Oh man, he didn't
Josh
throw
was
anything.
not around the fire. He probably went back to Fillory.
He probably went back to Fillory and then got overthrown by the Dark King.
Yeah. I thought the Dark King was you, to be honest.
Could be.
Could be.
Might still
Maybe.
be.
Also, the air is full of ash. Just,
Yeah,
that general
that
omen.
goes with the territory.
Yeah.
I don't understand the time thing with Fillory.
Yeah,
It
me
seemed
either.
like it was
Like-
kind of 1-to-1 for like 2 seasons, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, 300 years passed in the blink of an eye.
I will say, we did introduce this earlier on and talk about how the time, who knows, like, because when we said
Time gets
goodbye to
weird.
Elliot the first time, he's like, what if you don't come back for like 100 years? And we're like,
Good luck.
Maybe it's because
basically-
magic wasn't like
Very
super
possible.
consistent. So like maybe the magic element kind of stopped time from being weird.
Or the reservoir being drained is relevant.
Yeah, maybe
the
that's
reservoir
an-
being drained is definitely the Dark King's thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess we never got an explanation for that, did we?
this is the explanation
Yeah.
for
Dark
sure. But the question is, who is that?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
if it's not if it's I in my head was like, oh, maybe they are gonna bring Quentin back, but maybe they won't. Maybe you're dead.
Well, I got one more scene.
Oh, great.
Are you the Dark King?
Is this?
That was it.
That's it for you?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm in a weird room with Penny. It's kind of this, I don't know, big, looks like the hallway from The Matrix 1. And there's like a freestanding white door frame basically in the middle of the room. And Quentin's like, so what happens next? And Penny's like, just learn to love the mysteries, man. Like, just let it happen. I'm like, can I ask you something? It's like, yes, I'm nicer. All that stuff we think, all the stuff that we think protects us or motivates us or scares us up there, here it all just falls away. You're finally just you. And he says, you'll see. And he hands me a Metro card. It says like the Underworld Metro card. And he says, this is as far as I go, brother. And we hug.
And he moves on.
And Quentin walks through this door frame, and the shot is basically at the side of the door frame. You see him like step into it and then not go out the other side. And then lights fade and credits roll.
Oh wow, you're like dead.
I'm dead, I think.
I think dead.
Holy shit. I like swear to God, I thought you were gonna be the Dark King or something. We were just gonna keep rolling with this.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time like magic and you know,
maybe
and
you're
whatever,
like the
but
opposite world.
this seems pretty final to
Quentin
me.
or something. That sounds pretty final.
It would kind of like undo a lot of the sincerity if you like
Yeah, for
undid
sure.
this.
You can't do like take
Especially-
on me and then bring
You
him
can't
back.
do take on me and then this.
Especially with the number of times people have died and come back.
I mean, we
and,
said that with Penny, and like technically we brought Penny back, but
yeah.
it was a different Penny.
We also
so it
thought
was
Elliot
fine.
was 100% dead. We thought
He's
Alice was
not.
100%
Yeah.
dead. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
We've done a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
don't
us are
typically.
dead.
but I think that you can't keep going back to that well. So I think this might be
well, no,
final.
because it's all dried up.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Wow,
yeah.
I hate this.
I was a wreck. I
Yeah.
just like the sniffles started slow, and then as as each person started chiming in, I'm like, oh, it's a crescendo sadness. Okay, cool, tight.
That's really interesting because I started like crying and I just got pissed.
No, I just got locked in my feels.
Just got angry, and I'm honestly just getting angrier.
No,
I like the idea of Holly coming and knocking on the door. We're watching an episode. I'm like, Mike,
are you okay?
are you watching Deadpool too?
No, acoustic versions of songs just in general get me.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I was not doing well. But it was well done.
It was great.
Yeah.
Really well done.
That sucks. I'm
In
mad.
retrospect, it's pretty good.
In retrospect, it's pretty good.
You're like, what
Well-
the fuck is that?
You're off the show, I guess, now. So
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you. Got my Mondays back.
I don't trust that.
No, we'll do something.
Whoa.
If you want to figure out what we're gonna do with Brian moving forward, you can write into popculturerollcall@gmail.com or shoot something into the chat over at our Discord and wrap up questions about what we think Brian's gonna be up to next season.
That's actually a great question
Yeah.
for next
Yeah,
week.
is he
What's
gonna
he
be off the
doing?
couch? Well, are we gonna fire him? Is it just gonna be the three of us? Is he gonna get a new character?
Is he the Dark King?
Is he the Dark King? Who knows? I don't.
Who is the Dark King?
It could. I wonder if
Ask
the
us
Dark
all
King
these
is a
questions.
version of Quentin, like the person
We
who.
do not spoil it. That's what the whole next episode is for. Shush.
Okay.
I like the idea that Mike, who doesn't know, spoiled it for everybody.
Yeah.
That'd be a shout.
I
yeah.
meant spoil like
Oh,
the
theory.
takes.
Oh yeah, the
We don't
takes.
spoil our takes.
Yeah,
That's
don't
what I'm
spoil
saying.
our takes.
Yeah. Give him something to want more.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Miss Mike signing off. Left me as always.
It's Dasha.
Front of me as always.
It's Colin.
Right here, right now,
It's Brian.
and creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
Most of us will see you next time.
Bye forever, Quentin.
You should have said right here for now.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at stephenrossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.